Hey everyone, Psychotronic Squirt Gun, aka the Gunner, coming at you with another comic book haul. I got the Gunner from Higgy Pop. Shout out to Higgy Pop. I really enjoy your videos, man. You got a lot of gold and silver and DC, a lot of knowledge, and you're from back east. I relate to that. From the same state I'm from. And yeah, so we'll get right into this. It's going to be from an LCS I enjoy and some eBays mixed in. So first one is Aztec #1, the Ultimate Man. I found that for like $3. Higgy Pop recently went over Aztec, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember him from the JLA and the Grant Morrison run. I really like, and yeah. Pretty cool, man. Thanks for the tip. And we'll keep going here. So what I do is I kind of love LCSs, but I'm kind of an impulse buyer too. And sometimes I roll my eyes afterwards that I waste money or whatever. But I don't think I did in this case here. I got Miracle Man 21. I just don't have any Miracle Mans. And I like that cover. You know, if he dies, Barda is doomed, and then the other guys sing, "Die, Mr. Miracle." It's pretty cool. And Miracle Man 22, and he actually faces off with Darkseid on that. So I thought I'll just open that one. You know, and this is late 70s stuff, and I got it for $2 each, and you know, I'm loving it. That's pretty cool. For late 70s. You know, a lot of the art's okay. Your standard stuff, but I like it. Yeah, so I'll probably just leave it at that. I'll open up some of these as I keep going here. But yeah, I like that. I like the idea of the Jack Kirby characters he created in DC and stuff, even though I haven't read them yet. Here's another one I'm wondering if I did the right thing getting, but it's only $2, so you're like, what the heck? But yeah, it's Weird Mystery. Weird Mystery #20. I just like that. I like that they're, you know, saying, hey, you know, we're safe. None of that thing will never escape, right? And it's breaking out. I like that. I looked inside. The art's just okay, so I understand why it's only a couple bucks, you know? All right, so now I'm moving into Cloak and Dagger. That's why I brought this one out. Cloak and Dagger is so freaking awesome back in the day. Bill Mantlo. You know, here's #1. #2. #3. You know, they weren't representing anyone other than themselves, you know. #4. They were just these runaways, you know. These runaways that, #5, that met on a bus and they got mixed up and taken advantage of by these drug dealers, and they got injected with this experimental drug, right? And everyone else was dying, but they managed to escape the room somehow, and they underwent some chemical reaction when they jumped into the Manhattan River, and it's just beautiful. And then they became the inverse of one another, and Cloak is freaking pretty dang weird, you know. I love Rick Leonardi art from back in the 80s, and I think it's great for that type of storytelling. I'm just like randomly, you know, grabbing stuff here. And you know, I should have prepared a little more. But yeah, you know, and The Hunger Grows. Yeah, he was definitely a weird guy. You know, he's a vampire. He takes your life force and drains it. #6. I hope I'm doing this justice, because sometimes I don't open up to the right pages or whatever. I've read the miniseries and the very first issue in this next series, which only went for 11 issues. But this is one of my favorites. I need to get the first appearance in one of those spectacular issues. I just like Bill Mantlo. I think he's great. I think he's underrated. Anyway, you know, the guys from that read 90s comics and stuff, they don't necessarily, they want better art, I think. But when you really look at Rick Leonardi, you see stuff that is just so amazing. 7, 8, 9. There's the 25th anniversary border, which are like, I spent like $3 each on these. I just wanted to get them because I loved it so much, and that's how you do it. 10 with the Doctor Doom cover, pretty cool Doctor Doom cover. Should I open that one? Who doesn't love Doom? One of the greatest pop villains ever. And I love it when he's by himself boasting how great he is and how he's going to take out everybody. No one does that better than Doom. And so what you do is you go on eBay and you just watch things. Like, I read, like I said, I told you what I read. And it's at a certain price and you just watch it. And then they always come at you with a 25%, 30% discount. Number 11, and that's it for a Cloak and Dagger. But they come at you with, a discount, then you give them even ask them for something more under that because the economy's in the pits, and they need to move the cash. So when you go onto eBay, don't let that stuff bother you too much where they start off the price or you have to wait to bid, and then you end up spending more because you get that, endorphin rush that, I won. I mean, I love that stuff too, but you don't need to go through all that. You can still get a good deal. Okay, so I got this for $2 from the LCS. I'm really happy about that, even though it's not in the greatest condition, but, it actually has Frank Miller art in it. So I'm kind of, and this is What If Elektra didn't die the way she died. Instead, they take out, Bullseye or whatever, right? And then, the rest of it has other stories, and some of it's good, But I got it for the Miller art for $2, man. I don't see why anyone wouldn't get that. I know a lot of you guys who watch this channel, you like your stuff perfect, and that's cool. I like it perfect too, but I also just love having these stories. Okay, shout out to Elbow, Big Elbow, the Elektra saga, because I was wondering where I'm going to start, reading my Daredevil and stuff. I'm a total dork, I write the stuff down, I put it in the Daredevil, because I like it linearly. But I got all these for $4, so number 2. And you guys probably saw the innards. This is a very, very popular story by Klaus Janson and Frank Miller. But, maybe I spent a little too much, but I think dude made up for it because, he gave me a couple extra Daredevil comics. Plus you get different covers. I don't know if these covers appear anywhere else, so. But yeah, this is where I'll start reading Daredevil, because I have so many Daredevil comics, and I'm like, what am I going to do? Did I just knock it up? No, I didn't. I repositioned the camera so I wouldn't knock it. The last couple videos weren't so hot. Number 3, which you could tell, what numbers they cover there. And number 4, so this is 182, and then her resurrection, it happens 187 to 190, and she's definitely a fascinating character, Elektra, the ninja. And because I spent $4 each, this eBayer, I forgot his name, added a couple Daredevil comics, which is cool, This is 305, it's got Spidey appearance in it, and I think there's a first appearance of Terror in that, and then Daredevil Annual number 7, which is cool. It's just a cool old school Daredevil art, from the 80s and 90s and stuff. I love that. I enjoy this more than the Flash. I know I said well, flashy art is what I meant. I do enjoy Daredevil more than the Flash from DC. I do enjoy that more, but I don't know, the 90s. I think now the guys from the 80s and the guys from the 90s are getting together and like, oh shit, man, comics are really bad right now. Okay, so we're gonna end it with some Judge Dredd. These are Volume 1. Eagle Comics, Judge Dredd number 2. Number 4 for $2 each. I mean, what's going on here? What am I missing? How did I get these? I never really read Judge Dredd, but I mean, what kid in the 80s didn't know about him? I'm the law, right? I am the law. You don't fuck around no more. That's Anthrax. And also Sly came out and did his movie, which I don't know if I watched because I didn't watch a lot of TV. I always thought I was being hypnotized or some shit. Now look where we're at in society. Yeah, Brian Bolland art for $2 just for the cover alone. Look at that. So that's 4. Here's 5. Here's 7. And look at that. I guess, was it Brian Bolland and Mike McMahon or something? They would split the art, whatever. Look at that. For $2. I couldn't believe this. So that's why I go to the LCS sometimes. Other times I'm like, what the heck did I buy for freaking $3? Some beat up old X-Men thing that I could have probably gotten way better deal, and at the same freaking place. So I'm not always the most shrewd comic book buyer in the moment. You know what I mean? I'm kind of an impulse guy, and I don't want to sit around and look at all the conditions. I just want to get in and out, and I want to support them. But I don't want to get screwed either. And I think the best LCSs are the ones who grade. I don't know if that's McMahon or Bolland, but they're both good. Brian Bolland, I can't believe I got this for $2, you guys. The best LCSs are the ones that put the grades right on the comic for you. Number 8. Look at that. These are not in order. Well, this one's not. Number 6. Number 9. All $2 each. And maybe, you guys will correct me in the comments and say, hey, that's how it is, Aaron. Who cares about these? And Volume 2, number 3, I guess they changed it to, Quality Comics from Eagle. I still like that, though. And the reason why I put up Martial Law here is because, in the 80s, he's like the closest thing I related to this archetype, of someone on the side of some authoritarian, regime or fascist regime or whatever, right? This is like when they're poking fun at extreme right-wing politics or whatever. But now it's so easy to do that. I don't like doing it, actually. I wish they would have comics going the other way, but they won't. Not right now. But this kind of artwork would be like by someone, sitting next to you in high school or something in the 80s, maybe not as good, but kind of close to it. Me and my cousin Troy, I remember we loved this book, and it's been that long since I've read it. I think Miller's stuff did come out by this time, and people were really influenced by it. The Dark Knight and all that. But it's cool. It's definitely, I got it for $1 in a dollar bin only a few months ago. So that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. And, I'm going to shout out whoever I want to shout out. I'm not looking for people to shout me out back either. No drama or nothing. But, I leave comments on other people's stuff. They're like, oh, I can't wait for you to, shout somebody out. Like one video, just shouting out somebody. And that's cool. You guys want to do that, that's fine. But I'm going to keep rolling the way I roll. And that's just how I am. So, thanks, everybody. Love you a lot. You know, I freaking blasted the internet that I did a double album, so I don't need to keep doing that. But that link's in the below. I'm going to keep doing these hauls. I'm going to keep doing them twice a week, I think, because I've just got some more stuff. And yeah, I'll see you on your videos too. Later.